Hello. Welcome, everyone. I hope I'm audible to all.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. So, thank you all for joining to the session today by Adventure Park. Build dreams into a reality. So, congratulations, first of all, that you guys are coming over here. It is said that 80% of success is just showing up to learn. And you guys are here, and that's wonderful. So, first off, I think we should dive into what Adventure Park really is. And for that, the best person would be the incubation manager at Adventure Park. So, Ilyas Shah Khan, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. It's really great to be here. Uh, so I'll more than showing the presentation and just speaking about it, I would really give it a try if we can have a good conversation here instead, and a little bit of my story and what we do at Adventure Park and how you can be benefited from whatever we have to offer for you guys. Okay. So just before starting, my screen is visible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
bhai.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Great. So, one simple question. How many of you want to start up? Like, how many of you wish to start up? You had an idea, you thought you can make it big. You can just drop a yes or a no in the chat box. Samir wishes to start up. Prabhakar wants to. Tavish, okay. You. Swarupa wants to start up. Khatija, Rafi. Great, great, great. Okay. So for all of you who have just startup, right? You wanted to start up and you want to work on something. How many of you actually started working on it? Did you ever give it a try? A yes or a no? If that's a no, that's absolutely fine. Oh, Samir gave it a try. Great. Khadija did. Great. Lovely. Most of you did. Mhm. Mhm. Now, for the ones who couldn't give it a try for whatever reason, that's absolutely fine. But for the ones who couldn't give it a try, what was the reason which was stopping you? Maybe you just didn't have enough time. Maybe you just didn't pay much attention to it, or it can be anything. What was it? Which was a hindrance, a point of hindrance, which stopped you from starting up? Investment. Okay, that's really common. Required coding knowledge. Okay, doubts and not having a platform. Okay, great. Great. No power guidance. Okay. So, a little flashback. When I was in my college, I wanted to start up. After a period of time, I really wanted to start up, and I actually gave it a try. So basically, before that, it was pretty simple that I wanted to get into a campus placement. I wanted to get a job and work for there maybe for 2 years. That is the set pattern, right? Especially you students can really understand. This is the set pattern. Especially if you're from commerce background, you know it. You have to get into a campus placement. You get a 2 year experience. You get into a good MBA college only if you can. Many other things, and then you get a job and that's it. So that was technically my whole plan, right? Okay, my voice is breaking. Okay, I'll try coming to a better network position. I hope I'm audible, Abhi. If this is better.
Yes, it's better, Ilyas. It's
Okay,
cool.
great. So yeah, the same thing. So so when I used to ask myself, is this something really I want to do, or is this something I want to really continue with, or ask myself a simple question of why am I doing it? I used to be pretty blank, and when I thought about it, The only thing I could see in front of me was a paycheck. An XYZ company paying me XYZ amount every month for me to work, and that was pretty much that's it. So it's not bad, nothing bad in that, but I didn't find peace in that. uh, I really couldn't find my purpose, and I don't know, I thought like, this is not something which would take me in the long run, which would motivate me or inspire me to work more and grow more. So I started experimenting with things after that. I was into esports. I played esports, and even in esports, the only thing I could see was the paycheck because a lot of money in esports. And then so many things I was trying out. And there was one day where one of my friend who he convinced me to get into a workshop which was about leadership and entrepreneurship, and that was a 3-day workshop. He invited me there, and he was like, you should come, you should meet new people. So right now you're experimenting with things, right? You should meet people who are working on something which they really want to work on, something on which they want to work on. So these are intellectual people and good people. You should come there. Workshops will help you. These events will help you connect with like-minded individuals. So I was like, okay, fine. It was pretty difficult for me to accept it, but I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. And I went into that workshop. So it was about entrepreneurship, right? Now, basically, my image about entrepreneurship in the beginning was something like getting super rich. In order for you to grow super rich, you should maybe start a business. This is what I thought, because in the movies, what you see is a guy or a woman coming out in an S class or a 7 series in a suit, going up with security in a corner office. That's how a businessman looks like, right? I just thought it's a way of making more money. But the whole 3 days of the workshop, the last thing we ever spoke about was money. And that really surprised me, and that really hit me. That was beautiful, because I was pretty annoyed with the fact that everything I'm trying to do is revolving around money, and I don't know what I have to do. I'm not really sure with that. Now this thing really hit me, because all the 3 days, what we were talking about, we were talking about entrepreneurship, which was more about problem solving, which was more about creating history, building empires, which was more about adding value, innovation, doing something new, living in the future, building great things, and so many other things. And the last thing we spoke about was money. Now, it was great. It was really great. Now, that was something like an eye opener for me, wherein I found my purpose. Ki, I have something on which I would really wish to work on, because this is something which I pick myself, right? A startup, no one assigns you an idea. No one assigns you and completely, this is an idea, you have to work on it. No one does that, right? It's not like an assignment or a project. But startup or an idea which you want to work on, it is something which you have decided, and it is something which you have decided to go forward with, right? I got to know the full story of Redbus. How many of you got to know about the story of Redbus? The founder of Redbus is from Hyderabad. His name is Fanendra Sama. So his story really inspired. So what that guy did was, he wanted to come from Bangalore to Hyderabad during Diwali to celebrate Diwali with his family. He was doing a job there in Bangalore, and at that time there were no platforms for you to book buses. So he had to run from one aggregator to another aggregator. They used to call the bus driver, take the information, see if the seats are available, and to check with one aggregator, he had to spend 15 minutes odd to check with one bus. And doing that, he missed most of the buses. So he saw that problem, and he created a software wherein it's a platform wherein all the information is there ready, and you can book buses and make things much quicker, adding more convenience in that. So he started with that. He started with literally zero and just a problem statement which he observed, and he started working on it, and he built a solution. After that, in 2017, I guess, Redbus was acquired. Can you guess for how much it was acquired? By Go, I
That's
believe.
around 600 crore valuation.
Yep, somewhere around 700 to 800 crores.
Yeah, it's so
Now,
hard.
yeah. So now imagine that guy never did he ever think of it? In the future I'm going to make 700 crores or anything of that. Pretty much, money was not even his objective. His objective was completely else, and money is a byproduct. It comes with it. What he really focused more on was building, growing, building himself, building the product, and solving problems. And he was aiming at bigger things. And That was like, wow, it's great. It's not even something like I'm doing it for no purpose. There is clear purpose here. And I got the motivation, and I was like, my the friend who took me to the workshop, I said, buddy, this is something I really want to do. I want to be an entrepreneur. I will be that. Now he asked me, do you have an idea, or is there something which you want to work on? I said, right now, no, but I'm very sure that this is something I want to do. Now he himself, he's an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. He works on different ideas and starts up every 3-4 months, I guess. So we got an idea. He got an idea wherein I joined him, wherein we were planning to deliver drones, food through drone. So food through drone, making it more easy and all that stuff. So we started working on it, and it was not easy. It was definitely not easy. And the journey, all I can say is whatever time I worked on that idea, no matter it worked or it didn't work, I can say this, that time was great. That time was really great, because no matter how much I used to be up, how much I used to work, long hours, busy hours, but still I used to love. And when I used to sleep, I would never crib and sleep. I would be happy and I would be sleeping. Yeah, this day was amazing. Getting to learn so many things, because when you're starting or building a company, basically everything you are the only one who will be doing it, you and your team, right? There is no sales guy, there is no marketing guy, there is no R&D guy, there is no accounts guy, there is no one. It's basically you, it's only you. In that, imagine how many things you will be able to learn. And that was something which was happening with me. I was getting to learn so many things, and the beautiful part was me getting to learn these by myself, self-learning things. That is something else rather than self-learning it. So that was beautiful. And after that, when I was working on my idea, I got to know about this term called, or this place called, business incubator. Now, how many of you have heard about this term, incubator? How many of you know about business incubators? Are you aware of it? Emma is great. Amagar is great. Aisha is. We have no. Sidra is great. Most of you are actually. That's actually great. For the ones who don't, in very simple terms, business incubator is a place. Y Combinator. That's that's an incubator. That's world's first and finest incubator. So an incubator is a place where that place will help you take your startup to the next level. Now imagine I have worked on my idea. I have started with sales. I'm selling. I'm generating revenue. But then I need resources to scale, right? I need resources to grow. For that, I may be needing investment. I may need market connects. I may need an office. I may need anything. So an incubator basically provides that for your startup to grow and for your startup to go to the next level. An incubator provides you with whatever you need. In very simple terms, that is an incubator. Now, me being the student working on an idea, me and my friend, one day we visited one incubator. I'll not take the name of the incubator. We went there. So there the guy was taking a presentation and saying what all the incubator can offer for our growth and what all they can do for us and all that stuff. And in the last 5 minutes, there was a Q&A in which we discovered a point. So basically, a lady was asking a lot of questions in the Q&A, and the only question the guy who was presenting or the incubator head asked that lady was, "Is your company incorporated? Have you incorporated your idea?" So she said, "No, I'm about to." So the reply was, "How can you waste 5 minutes of my life?" And me and my friend, we looked at each other. We are students. We didn't even incorporate. We just started working on it. And here we see a speed breaker. Here we see a full stop, because getting into a business with drones, one drone costing somewhere around 20 lakhs, that's not an easy job. And हम लोग एक दूसरे को देखे खामोश निकल गया वहां से. So that was it. And now, Adventure Park, how is Adventure Park different from other incubators? Now, there are more than 50 incubators in Hyderabad itself. Government supported, institution supported, private supported. There are many incubators. But then Adventure Park is the only incubator which is completely student focused, wherein we work with you student entrepreneurs, giving you a platform wherein you can come and experiment with your ideas. Here, we are not getting into technicalities. Here, we are not asking you for anything. We are not asking you for proof. The key, you are serious about your startup or not. We are not asking for any proof, like a certificate of incorporation or anything like that. We want you to come in, if you have any idea, or if you have any will to work on something, or a problem statement which you have observed, which you want to work on, we want you to come in. We want you to work on it. We will give you all the support and guidance you need, anything at all, like anything at all. And we want you to grow. We want you to take it to the next level. That is basically what we do. We work with student entrepreneurs. Now, me being into Adventure Park with from more than a year, I have worked with 77 student startups, which means I have worked with more than 180 student entrepreneurs who are working on different ideas, different problem statements, and they are working on beautiful problem statements, beautiful things. They're building beautiful things. And me, my startups, my team, we love each and every bit of it, whatever we do. How did I get into Adventure Park? The workshop I told you, remember? My CEO, the one who I'm working with right now, he was the guy who took the session. So technically, he was the one who opened my eyes and gave me a very different perspective of what entrepreneurship is about. He was talking more about solving problems and adding directly to the and contributing directly to your country's GDP, to India's GDP. He was talking more about that. He was talking about moving the economic needle of the country, and he gave me a new direction. I started stalking him. I stalked him for more than 2, 3, 4 events, and the fifth event, he gave me a chance and opportunity to work at Adventure Park. And I was like, what's more beautiful than this? One startup solving problems for so many people, adding so much value, and me getting to work in an organization where I'll be supporting many such startups. And why students? Trust me, students are really great and best at it. I'm not just saying it simply because I've worked with so many student startups. I have seen many students growing up. When you are in college, you basically have all the time and energy in the world. You don't have a lot of responsibilities, and you have that time which you will not get later on. At that time, you can work on something really meaningful. You can work on something which you are passionate about, and you can make things happen. You can make big things happen. uh, the more early you start up, the more chances you have to, there are to for you to be successful. Everyone will be successful. It just take n number of attempts. Miraj always says that, you will be successful. I'm not saying you will be successful in the first attempt. You may not be successful in the second attempt. You may be first successful in the third attempt or anything like that. But then it will take n attempts for you to be successful. And the more number of attempts, the more higher and amazing skills you have. And at Adventure Park, we work with student startups. So as I said, when you're in college, you have all the time and energy in the world for you to experiment with your ideas. आप फाइनल ईयर में आते आते आपका प्रेशर थोड़ा बढ़ते रहता है घर पे. हेलो घर वाले, they start asking you कि now you're in the final year, have you looked for any job, what are your plans ahead? So that time you don't have the time to start up, right? This is the time. And god forbid, even if you start working on your idea, and even if it doesn't work, by the end of your college, your skill set is way ahead compared to your age group. I'm not even saying your class or your college, I'm saying the age group, because building a company is not an easy stuff, not an easy part. And you building it and trying at it and giving it a try, you're going to learn so many things. You're going to love each and every bit of it. And there is basically nothing to lose. There is nothing to lose. So as I said, for you to start up, whatever you need, we provide you with that, from complete guidance to support, to exclusive workshop which we do for you. Now at Adventure Park, we have a pre-incubation program where we select 25 startups in each cohort and each group, right? 25 startups in each cohort who are, and we work with them. We select those 25 and we work with them. And in the pre-incubation program, it is specially designed for you guys. It is a program, a 4-month long program, wherein we will be taking you through the fundamental tracks of building a company. We will be giving you all the support and guidance you need, and we'll be talking more about business models and validation of your idea, how to take your idea to the next level. We'll be helping you shape your idea. And the pre-incubation program is tailor-made, which means it is specially made for you, which means it is every alternate weekend, making sure that it is not disturbing any of your other commitments, it is not disturbing your academics, it is not disturbing your college and any other commitments of yours. So the pre-incubation program is tailor-made every alternate weekend, in which we have exclusive workshops for you guys. Really subjective. Everyone learns together. It's real time. It's amazing. And then real-time investor pitches. Your startup needs an investment. Done. We will connect you with real-time professional investors. You can pitch in front of the investors. Three of our startups have already raised investment. They're setting up their own plans, making things happen and growing great. And the tailor-made pre-incubation program, as I said. And in this whole journey, we have a lot of fun. And trust me, you're going to have a lot of fun. Now, these are the success stories we have from EdVenturePark, a few of them. Uh, these are the three companies who have raised investments. All three are student-led startups, which means these are students who have raised investment and who are taking their company to the next level. Um, Bioreform is a company which produces biodegradable bags, which means it is not plastic bags. It is made from natural materials, natural ingredients, as good as and as strong as plastic bags. It is an initiative to fight plastic pollution and many other success stories. Lecture Pro helps you take your notes. It automates your note making. Rollstone is a kit which turns any manual wheelchair into a powered and self-controlled wheelchair so that the disabled is not feeling dependent. They want the disabled to feel independent. That's why they're making this kit, a kit which can turn any wheelchair into a powered wheelchair. Working on these kind of beautiful problem statements, and there are many 77 different problem statements, 77 many entrepreneurs who are working on this thing. Now you have an idea, you want to take it forward, you want to get into EdVenturePark, you want to take your idea forward. How does it work? How do you do it? How do you get into EdVenturePark? So it's very simple. You just have to go to www.adventurepark.com, wherein you have an online application, a very simple online application where you just have to describe your idea, the idea which you have. And once you submit your application, there is an interview. It's not a typical interview. It is more of a casual conversation where we're talking more about your idea and about yourself, right? And if you're selected, you're welcome to EdventurePark. That's it. Very simple. Now, I hope I was able to give you a clear brief on what we do at EdventurePark and what we are doing right now at this moment. If there are any more questions, please feel free to hit us on our Instagram. It's at the rate EdventurePark. Even for more updates, you will be getting to see the experiences of the previous companies who have been into the pre-incubation program and a lot more stuff, right? So this is it. If you have an idea, you have a problem statement which you want to work on, which you want to take forward, we will provide you with all the support and guidance you need. You just have to fill in a simple application form and you can take your idea from level 0 to level 1. Now, sharing the experience, we have startups here who have built their products here at EdventurePark, who have launched, who have experimented with their ideas, and it would be more better, the best, if they share their experience of how their time at EdventurePark was. So, do we have Abdul Rahman?
Yes, I am over here.
Yes, Abdul Rahman.
Hello guys, I am Abdul Rahman Akbar. I am actually a second year commerce student right now at Badroka Degree College. My startup's name is iWater Private Limited. So I am the co-founder of it. Now, let me just explain my startup. What is it? And it's a brand. iWater is a brand, but then what went behind it? What are the struggles that we faced? From the name of the company to the design and sticker of it, everything had to be perfect in our company. Us being engineers had to figure out solutions and innovate in our own niche. And that's what we did and ventured out through EdventurePark. Today, we stand as a 8-figure company with the struggles behind it. So before iWater was iWater, it was actually a Splash. Our company's name was Splash, but then due to legal restrictions, we had to give up on it. But then we brainstormed for about 20 days, getting onto that perfect name of it. We had more than 400 plus names to be precise, and then we landed on iWater. We think that it's worth it. I hope you guys do as well. Well, yes, that's just the name of it. Our bottle design had to be unique because we were planning to disrupt the food and beverage industry, and it required for us to think out of the box and make things happen. So we actually experimented with about 500 plus designs and then finally landed on a desired design. And that was the toughest task. After finalizing the design, we reached out to all the manufacturers in Hyderabad, but then they were like, it's impossible to happen. This design is impossible because of its complexity, but then it was a simple design. Yes. Though we believed in our idea and our passion, we tested about 3,000 bottles in metrics, and we got the perfect this thing. We sat with our CEO Miraj Fahim, and we landed on the perfect and desired dimensions of it. We made it possible to make the real deal of what we envisioned. Goes same with the water in it. Around 100 plus water taste evaluations just for our customers, you guys, to get the best. iWater is not an overnight story. It had its struggles, but the constant thing in our story was the support given by Adventure Park. Adventure Park's team was always there in our tough times to guide us in the right direction, to pick us up when we actually fell down, to keep an eye on us all throughout the journey, not for themselves, but for us to make it happen. Miraj Fahim, Ilyas, Shah Khan, the ex team, campus leads, incubators, everyone played a major role to make what iWater is today, and we are truly grateful. In the end, we are doing this for India. And what we want from you guys is also to become a problem solver. Adventure Park has all the resources required for it. It's just that one idea which we wanted to execute, and we did. Make that is our journey at Adventure Park. The iWater's journey. Uh, yep, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdul Rahman. That was a story of iWater, and we really take pride in the efforts that iWater has shown throughout the past months to make this happen. And they're getting offers, and this is great. So, next testimonial, who would like to come? Any Adventure Park company over here? For her safety is here with us. Hello.
I guess Fair has some little issues. He just texted. He's
Uh,
connecting back.
no problem. Then any other Adventure Park company, we should hear some more about that. That's what the most cream of this entire session. Good Mind.
Hello everyone.
Oh, we've got Bizra here. Hi, Adnan.
Uh, Hi. Okay. So first of all, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
To share about my journey with Adventure Park, it was to start with, the journey was started very. First of all, we were one of the online cohorts, and at the time of lockdown, most of the sessions were online. And after that, the main progress started when we were going offline. And first of all, we were doing things like Tibbe Nabawi and all of that. And the idea of Bizra was first like curing Corona, and that was something which we started. But moving further, we were working on Tibbe Nabawi, and in with the coming time, we thought that this thing will be not be possible, and it is something big. So let's cut it down and let's focus on one thing. So we landed up on cupping. Cupping therapy is something which many people don't know about in Hyderabad or in India. They don't follow it, and it's one of the most effective ways to heal your body. So what we thought is like, let's make this accessible and let's make it easy to available for everyone right at their doorstep. And we started working on an idea. At the time of October, we were almost ready with everything, but again, in the middle, we had a problem with doctors, and most of the time, the doctors started to say no at the last stage. Almost we spoke to 100 plus doctors, and almost all of them, they said that no, this is not possible, and you are breaking up. This is not possible, and this is not something which you should be doing at your home. And at that time, they didn't believe in in an idea, and it took a lot of hurdles to convince them and to make them agree that no, this is something which can work, and this is something which we must do. And at last, finally, we found some doctors who believed in an idea and who believed in this whole thing, and we started the thing. And to be honest, the most important part with Adventure Park was like most of the times, like, see, when we were making calls, when we were doing everything, at a certain point, our morale was completely destroyed, and we were like, no, this thing can't happen because no one is agreeing and no one is believing in the idea. So how shall we do it? At that time, the one-on-one sessions with Miraj, they made us. He made us stand again. He made us stand again, and he started. He said that to try again and again, to try again and again. Like he says that आग का दरिया है, डूब के गुजरना है. And every time we fall, he makes up. He holds us and makes us stable, and again we start the journey. So, and after that, after all the struggles, in March we launched Bizra, and you can check us out at cupping.app. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bizra. And Cupping.app is one of the most interesting companies of all. And Cupping.app, they are also just launched, and they're also getting customers who are actually loving the entire experience with Cupping.app. So definitely do go and check it out. I'm also placing my order, and I'll get it soon myself. Okay. Any other testimonial we've got from our Adventure Park companies? Come on. Hi, Osaid. For her safety is here. Thank you, Osaid. And for us, it is also the most charismatic personality in our entire startups. So thank you guys. And all these companies, we call ourselves 77 companies old, and with the entire staff is students. Everybody. So everybody you see over there are students, and such a place was built by someone who really believes in student entrepreneurship. That is only how we can find comfort. We can find the complete no judgment attitude, complete togetherness that all startups have to help each other, to raise each other up. And that a culture has been built by the CEO of Adventure Park. He himself has been an entrepreneur for 12 years, started as a student entrepreneur himself, and to doing some really great startups, and also like Code.in, the hacking school, studying Trillion Ventures, and then he's also been the innovation fellow of the government of Telangana. And right now, he's giving his entire energy to Adventure Park. The CEO, Miraj Fahim, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Zoha, and thank you so much for hyping me up.
Pleasure.
I wish my mom hears that someday. Okay. So before I get started, guys, I saw you guys heard, from the entrepreneurs at Adventure Park. I saw you guys heard from Ilyas and the team Adventure Park. So before I get started, I have a question for you people. Name a couple of entrepreneurs that you might have heard of, not Indian, anybody, right? It can be anybody in the world, an entrepreneur that you have heard of, that might look up to, or who's an inspiration to you, maybe. Kunal Shah, okay, Siddhi, Ryan Hoover, Elon Musk, Ritesh Agarwal, Elon Musk again, Steve Jobs. I'll ignore the Mirads. Steve Jobs. Okay. Okay. Falguni Nair, Michael Siebel, Peter Thiel, Jack Ma, Steve Jobs, Ratan Tata, Elon Musk, Dan. Come on. Mukesh Ambani. Ritesh Agarwal again. Okay. So one super common thing, Bill Gates. Thank God for writing Bill Gates. Bill Gates is my personal favorite. Okay, Richards from Ubuntu, Bill Gates again. Awesome. Bill Gates is my personal favorite as well. I'll tell you now, Nitin Kamath. Awesome. All right, let's stop there. One common thing among all these people, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed this, but this is a crowdsourced list. Okay, so you guys were giving me the names. You guys were not prepared, or we did not ask you this question, beforehand or anything like that, right? This is absolutely real time and happening live. I asked you a question, and you guys gave me an answer. One common thing amongst all these names is the fact that all these people started early in their lives. All these people, 99% of the people in this list, excluding Amanth Dhatarwal and a few others, because I personally don't like motivational speakers. But then that's my personal opinion. Okay, I'm not going to impose that on anybody. Now, the fact that 99% of this list started when they were 15, 16, 17 years old. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Michael Siebel himself, Ritesh Agarwal, you name it, Jack Ma, Ratan Tata, all these folks, everybody in this list that you gave me here right now on live, they started when they were super young. Okay, now this is not a coincidence, guys. It's not a coincidence that a few of the most successful people in the world, they started super young. They started super early in their lives. It's not a coincidence, and I'll tell you why and when and how did I realize that it's not a coincidence. I was working with the government of Telangana as an innovation fellow, and yes, Jack Ma was late, and that's why I said 99% of the list, not 100%. Now, I'll tell you why this is not a coincidence, and I'll tell you when did I consciously realize that this is the case. When you know what, starting early increases your chances of succeeding in your company. When did I realize it? I started working with the government of Telangana in 2018 as an innovation fellow, and my focus area was, improving or uplifting the safety and security of incubators and accelerators in the state. Okay, this is in 2018, and when I started working on that one, I met a lot of entrepreneurs. I met a lot of incubation managers. I met a lot of successful and both not so successful entrepreneurs, people who had given up. When I met them, right, everybody, especially the ones who had not succeeded, they had this spark in them, and they had this they were absolutely dejected within. They were like, if we are given one more chance, right, I know where did I go wrong, and I know I can make it successful. I know I can make it happen, right? This was what 99% of the people again said. They were like, I know where I went wrong, I know what I should be doing right, and if I'm given one more chance, I can do it again. I can make it happen. This will be successful this time. But what's stopping them from taking that chance? So many pressures: family pressure, societal pressure, pressure to earn a living, and so many other things, right? India is a culturally pressurized country and a society. You live 70% you live for others, and 30% you live for yourself, right? You have to think about so many factors before you do something. And that is India culturally, and people like you and me actually make up the society, and let's hope we change it for good. But for people who have been living in it, and who have to comply with it, we can't do anything about it, right? And this is where these people had to give up, right? They bowed down to the pressures, right? And they could not. Now I went back to the whiteboard, and I started asking myself, I started asking again my colleagues, and I started talking to a lot of other people, and a lot of mentors, a lot of successful entrepreneurs, and how can we increase the chances of success? How can we increase the number of attempts that these entrepreneurs can make until they are successful? See, it's very simple. The formula is super simple. Everybody can be successful, but it's just going to take n number of attempts for you to be successful. Now, for you to be able to take those n number of attempts, you have to have enough time at hand, right? You can take attempt, but then you need to have time at hand, right? You can't keep attempting for the rest of your life. Okay, you have to keep moving on. You have to start earning, you have to start making a living, and all of that's there, right? So that's when I realized colleges are the best place for anybody to start up. Colleges are the best place for anybody to make as many serious attempts as possible. College is the best place where the kind of expectations the society has from you is almost nil. All you're expected to do is go study and make sure you have enough attendance, right? These are the only pressures that you have at this stage.
Viraj, you're muted.
Yeah, somebody muted me, but okay. So I want you guys to actually, make the most of this time, right? The chances of you succeeding when you are in college are the highest, because the chances of you continuing to make successful attempts until you're successful are the highest now in college, right? And this was a hypothesis until 2019. We started Adventure Park in 2019. After starting Adventure Park in 2019, I went to the US. I started studying the structure, the makeup of the successful incubators there in the US, and that actually gave me a lot of lessons and learnings on how should we be doing things in India, right? Especially and more importantly, the most
Viraj.
okay. So what I where was I? what I realized is, one of the most important factors, that makes an incubator successful is the culture of the incubator itself, right? The incubators in the United States, the incubator, outside India, the way they perform is everybody comes together to, help each other and make each other successful. This is one of the most interesting things that I figured out. This is one of the most exciting things that I figured out there in the US. And this was one of my main primary agendas, to build a place where great minds like you can walk in and find the company of other great minds, discuss ideas, share ideas without the fear of being judged, right? And everything else, right? Just go there, find support, find collaborations, find partners, find customers, or if nothing at all, just come and talk, just feel good, right? Feel positive, just get those positive vibes, be in the company of positive people in the company of, people who have, huge aspirations, big dreams, right? We wanted to create a place like that. And touchwood, thank God, we managed to do it. Adventure Park, in the last 2 years, we have successfully incubated more than 70 plus startups. You have heard a few startups, but you can go and find a lot more others online. I don't think we have had a lot of them today on the call, but then all of them will be more than happy to talk to you guys if you guys have any questions, right? This is the first thing that we did. We built a culture at Adventure Park wherein nobody judges you, okay? Everybody tries to find answers to questions that you might have had. This is the culture at Adventure Park. We do not judge. The vibes are absolutely positive. Touchwood, people selflessly start, doing. This is the exact culture that you will find in Stanford. This is the exact culture that you will find in Howard, and this is what I wanted to replicate at Adventure Park. And thank God I'm managing to do that, right? And all credit goes to my beautiful team, right? And how did we manage to do it? How did we manage to build this culture? How are we, doing it? What are the, key ingredients? There is only one key ingredient: right people, great minds, right? If you do not pick up the right people, you will end up spoiling the culture of your place, right? And that's where we are extremely selective. Now, when I say high quality people, we don't mean by, you have to look professional, you have to know fluent English, or, you have to dress savvy and look savvy and all that. No, no artificial or superficial factors at all, guys. We are looking for people who are genuinely interested in, others' success. We are genuinely interested in people who might have a problem statement in mind that is going to help solve a problem for a billion people, because that's the easiest way for you to become a billionaire, right? We are looking for people who are inherently genuine, who have that empathy inbuilt within them, right? Who are inherently kind, right? We don't have to tell them, or we don't have to train them to be kind. That is the kind of place that Adventure Park is, and that is the kind of people you will find at Adventure Park. So what I would suggest you guys do is take your time, and the best part, all of this is for free, absolutely free. We do not charge a penny from you people, okay? No incubator pays a penny at Adventure Park. We did not charge anything so far. We are not planning to charge anything. Now the thing is, why are we doing it for free? A lot of times, we did a lot of info sessions in a lot of colleges the past week, and so on, and a lot of people had this question: why are we doing it for free? Okay, one of the most important things, guys, and we are, pretty much focused that we will be successful when you are successful. We are investing in your success. Okay, and we are not in this for, we don't want to sit down taking a fee. That's the easiest thing to do. That is the most easiest way to do. But then that's not what we are doing here. This is not a training program. This is not a, institution. This is not a college or school. Okay, we are a place where you will come here and run a lot of experiments. I will sit down with you. With the help of my team, we will figure out so many things for you. We will find out answers for all the questions that you have. We are not saying we are going to have all the questions for all the answers for all your questions, but we will find all the answers for all your questions is what I'm telling you, right? And how are we going to do that? With the help of the team, with the help of the resources that we have, the board of directors that we have, the X team, the previous cohorts that we have. So many things. Ecosystem, right? Ecosystem plays a super important role. We are friends with all the 50 plus incubators in the state. So whenever we need help, we can connect you. Whenever you need help, we can connect you with one of those 50 plus incubators, and they will, do everything that they can do to help you progress forward. Right, this is what Adventure Park's advantage is, right? We are sitting right in the middle of the ecosystem, trying to help others and getting helped um, along the way. So this is what we do at Adventure Park, guys. I strongly recommend you guys to apply. There is absolutely nothing to lose. Okay, I I'm reminded of a quote. I don't exactly remember whose quote it is, but I think it's Thomas Alva Edison's quote. He once said, uh, I don't exactly remember it, so please excuse me if the words go here and there. Humanity's biggest, challenge is, people giving up. Right? You giving up is your biggest failure. Okay, because our success lies in us trying just one more time. Okay, just think about it. In fact, Google it for the exact lines and the exact words. I don't exactly remember it, but then the moral of the story is our success lies in just giving it one more try. Our success lies in it in we giving it one more try. Our success lies in us thinking it is possible, it is doable, right? And if you can think about it, you can absolutely do it. Okay, and I want all of us to be super successful. I want all of us to be job creators. I want all of us to be wealth creators, or I want all of us to sit down and contribute to the economy of a country. I want all of us to be the needle movers of GDP for India, right? अगर आप में से किसी की कंपनी अगर God forbid अगर आप में से किसी की कंपनी decides to set up its base outside India, then the government of India should come to you and request you, okay, please don't do that, because if you do that, 20,000 jobs will be lost. India's economy, will take a hit and stuff like that, right? That is the kind of impact we are talking about, and we can absolutely do it. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take, a lot of selfless attitude. It's going to, hurt you a lot, and we want to prepare you to get hurt. Okay, I don't want to make it absolutely. I don't want to make it sound easy. Starting up is not easy, but it's not difficult. People who have done it, they did not have any extra talent at hand. So I'm requesting you guys to take this opportunity. Do not miss this. Do not miss this opportunity. Apply. Today is the last date for applying to Adventure Park. It's very simple. You just have to go on to the website adventurepark.com, and that's it. Right? Submit your application. There's a short pitch where we want to know about your idea, and boom, that's it. You'll be invited for the interview, and we'll take the conversation forward. So that's it from my side. I'm opening the floor for questions, and I already see there were questions before we got started, so I will get started from there. So if you guys have any questions, please drop in your questions in the chat box, and I will answer them one after the other. Moiz Muhammad asks, what after 4 months program? So Moiz, based on the progress of your company, you will be, moving forward with the acceleration program or the incubation program, or, whatever it is after the 4 months thing, right? We figure out whatever intervention is required, or if we think, there is another incubator that will do good to you, that we think, fits best at your stage, or will fit best to your type of company, then we connect you with them. So that is what happens after 4 months. Misam hash, if we have a clear idea but we lack the technical skills required, will Adventure Park be helpful? Absolutely. So Misam, what we do is we do not build it for you, but we will tell you how to build it. Even if you do not have technical skills, there are several ways, there are several hacks to, build things. And most of the times, you might not even need to have technical skills, right? So that is absolutely doable. But yes, for a few hardcore deep tech related ideas, you might know you should be knowing how to code and stuff. And in times like those, we have also facilitated boot camps to teach our incubators how to code, but that is a different track. We do not recommend it until and unless it's mandatory or absolutely required. um Vaishnavi Gupta: I'm from first year CSC department and I have an idea but don't know how to implement on it. Will Adventure Park help? Absolutely, Vaishnavi. That is what we do. So all you have to do is submit your application form with your idea. You will be invited for an interview where we would like to know more about your idea. And if you're selected, we sit down with you. We figure out your steps 1, 2, and 3 on how to take your idea forward, how to implement your idea. That is exactly what we do at Adventure Park, right? We help you figure out your steps 1, 2, and 3 to execute your idea. Okay. Mohammad Adnan. Okay, Mohammad Khadri. Will there be any other times, sir? Will there be once again chance for incubator? We do. Currently, we are running 3 cohorts every year, Mohammad Khadri. So yes, I guess if we until we decide to do only 1 cohort per year, I don't know. I'm very fickle-minded that ways. If we change things, I can't promise. Um, Mohammad Adnan, if anyone not have idea but they want to learn with you and then prepare for their ideas, what for them from your side? So that's a very difficult take, Mohammad Adnan. So people who do not have ideas, we understand that, but then see, we always have to understand, all of us have only 24 hours a day, right? And we have to be absolutely picky where we want to spend those 24 hours at. We have to be absolutely picky who we want to spend those 24 hours with, right? So if you do not have an idea, what I would strongly recommend is you should join as a campus lead. Campus leads have a different learning experiences, and campus leads can be part of different sessions at Adventure Park without being an incubator. So that is a way for you to, get a hang of the culture and vibe at Adventure Park before even you become an incubator. So that's the answer, Adnan. Misam Hash. Wonder if Adventure Park Incubator is starting up incubator. Yes, Misam. We have been actually doing that. In fact, we help a lot of campuses. We help a lot of colleges set up incubators for their students. So we incubate a lot of incubators. That's what we do. Yes. Fauzia Khan, is coding necessary to any startup? What's the base for it? Coding might not be necessary for all the startups. Like I just answered this question. You have to first understand if coding is even required to build whatever you're trying to build. There are many tools and platforms that actually help you build products uh, without you knowing how to code. GoodMind is one of the best examples at Adventure Park. GoodMind is a hardcore tech product, but they did all of that without writing 1 line of code. So coding might not always be necessary, but then coding is necessary if you're a startup like Lecture Pro, right? Lecture Pro had to learn how to code because, see, if you want to start a biryani restaurant, then I suggest you be the chef, right? You have to know how to cook biryani, even if you're not cooking it. Even if you want to hire chefs, it will be good if you know how to do it. But then, not all the time your startup might require you to know how to code. I hope I have answered your question, Fauzia. Mohammad Khadri, sir, what if I'm just a beginner and my idea is not much prepared? Will there be once again chance that cohort would take place? I didn't get your question, but then we are an idea stage incubator, Mohammad Khadri, which means, we know that your ideas are very um, I'm finding a nice word. Your ideas are not ready for the market, right? Your ideas are not matured. Your ideas are not prepared for the real world. Your ideas might not even be, validated. So we understand that. So you don't have to worry about it. Mohammed Aman, we have an idea, but we don't know how to make an application. It's about making application. I have answered this question, Aman. Like I told you, you might not even need to build an application. There might be, different ways to get it done. So we can figure that out. What I recommend you to do is please apply, and then we can sit down and discuss that. Ajmal Noman, bro, what if the idea is already taken? This is my friend's question. Doesn't really matter. Even if the idea is taken, you should not stop working on your idea. Okay. Um, your idea being taken doesn't, stop you doesn't, cut off your right to work on that idea. All right. Anybody who executes it better deserves, the success. If there can be a million people working on the same idea, but there can be a million people, working on the same idea. But then if there is one guy who works harder than, the rest, then I think, that guy deserves to win. So that is how it works. Doesn't really matter if your idea is taken. You should still go forward with it. Please do it. um if a guy with idea lacks some skill, will he or she will be connected with talent? This is precisely what we do, right? We figure out what you need, and I might not say skill, and we do not recommend you getting connected with talent, but we recommend you getting upskilled. Okay, that is really important. See, we have to get done with this, whole mindset of somebody should come and do things for us. We have to become independent. Okay, and if until we get independent, your chances of success are going to be absolutely at the bottom. Okay, until you expect people to come to you, government to come to you, your political leaders to come to you and work for you for your betterment, your condition is not going to improve, right? So this is what I'm talking about. You have to upskill yourself, but for that you have to know which direction should you head yourself. So do not wait for others, do not wait to be connected to talent, do not wait for others to come and improve things for you. You have to focus and work on yourself, and this is exactly where we will sit down with you and start working on it. Mohammed Khadri, but sir, how can I apply for campus leads? So what if I'm just a beginner and my idea is not? I've answered all answered this question before, Mohammed Khadri. For you to apply to the campus leads, you can request the application form on Instagram. We will share that with you. But I think we have stopped taking in new leads. But depending on your college, please submit that application form, and the campus lead team will get in touch with you. Mohammad Saifur Rahman, sir, I'm a first year student of EC and want to join Adventure Park, but as I'm a fresher, I'm confused how to join. Means at present, no idea in mind. So, Saifur Rahman, the minimum criteria that we have is you have to have an idea. Okay, I'm not saying you need to know how to build your idea. I'm not saying that you have to have a mature idea, or you have to have figured your idea out. I'm just saying you have to have an idea, right? That's the minimum. So if you want to join, I suggest you look for ideas, and like somebody said, anybody who takes a shower has an idea. So maybe go take shower and see if you can get an idea. Imad Mohammed, will EVP help me in incorporating a startup? Yes, we definitely do. We help all our companies to get incorporated. Mohammed Aman, I have an idea of making an application, but I don't know. I've answered this question before. Uh, Can we study and do entrepreneurship at the same time? How much time will it take to be successful? I cannot tell you how much time will it take to be successful, depending on how hard you're working and how crazily you want to be successful. But then you can absolutely study and do, entrepreneurship, like we study and eat, like we study and have a life, like we study and sleep. That's same. You can study and parallelly work on your idea. Okay, for anything that you want to achieve in life, guys, if you can be disciplined about it, if you can have a disciplined approach towards it, it can be doable. It is doable. So you just have to figure it out and be absolutely disciplined about it. Means like, can I personally approach Adventure? Yes, you can personally approach Adventure Park. How much time should we spend on our first startup? All the time. 50 hours a day, 50 is what you have to spend. Mabrur Ahmed. Aisha Ahmed, how can we get to know idea gonna work or not? For you to know if your idea is going to work or not, you have to work on your idea. You have to make it work. You have to execute it. If you're not executing it, you would never know. So there are no assumptions. There is no guessing game in startups. Okay, if either it works or either it won't. And the only way to know it is by doing it. One more thing, how can I identify the person who is more supportive and can work for the company and tell him or her the idea? Why do you want to find people? Why do you want to tell your ideas to others? Why do you want support, and what kind of support? And even before getting started, how can you even tell yourself that you need some support? You do not need support, and this is what I'm stressing upon. Let's try to be independent for once, okay? And we are here to support you, okay? Do not tell yourself, even before you guys get started, do not tell yourself that what, I can't do it alone. You can do it alone. You should absolutely do it alone. If you have a team, that's great, but if you don't have a team, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, you will figure it out along the way. You will know once you start working on it. Don't preform these assumptions in your mind that what, अकेले से होने वाला नहीं है, या फिर I will need a lot of people to help me. You have all the people at Adventure Park to help you, and that's all that you need, I would say, at this stage. Okay, so don't worry about it. Taha Ali, what if a startup doesn't have a problem statement? So that means you're targeting a luxury segment, and that is also okay. That is also doable. You can still apply if your startup idea does not have a problem statement. That is fine as well. Misam, Facebook is an example. Facebook was not solving any problem, right? It's more of a experience. Shoaib Khan. I'm a degree college student, so can I connect to Adventure Park? Absolutely. You can be any student, degree student, medical student, engineering student, accounting student, CA student, any student. Okay, your degree doesn't matter to us. We don't care what degree you have. We don't care where you're coming from. We don't care what your religion is. We don't care anything. Okay, all we care about is how madly in love are you with the problem statement, how crazy are you to make it happen, and that's it. That's the only thing that we look for. Not having technical skills is not a problem. I repeat, there are so many other ways to get it done. There are so many platforms that will help you solve this thing, so you don't have to worry about it. We will talk about it once you guys get in it. Project Atom, if the idea is a large scale project which needs a lot of investment, how will Adventure Park help us in this regard? We have funded a lot of companies. We can fund a lot of companies. We have a corpus fund. We have a lot of investors. We can absolutely do it. Yes, but 99% of the times, what I have personally experienced is investment is the last thing that you need. Okay, most of the times, people who come to us, with investment requests, don't even have full clarity on what they are building and why they are building or who they are building it for, right? So what I would suggest is you get complete clarity and understanding of what and how and why you're doing whatever you're doing, and investment is not a problem. In fact, investment is the easiest part of the whole thing. Once you have everything sorted, people will queue up to invest in you. Okay. What if a family doesn't believe in you? That's fine. Not everybody has to believe in you. So prove yourself and make your family believe in you. Do things that will make your family believe in you. Okay. Your family, see, your family they are your well-wishers. Okay. They want the best for you. And when they want the best for you, what they are going to suggest you is going to depend on their perspective, their understanding of what you are doing or how you're doing things. And that's how they're going to suggest things to you. Now if they're against you doing something, you have to give them a good enough reason for them to believe in you, right? You have to give them data, you have to share your experiences with them, you have to tell them if this becomes successful, what are the what is it going to look like, and what are your odds to get successful. Usually when you start working really really hard, all the families become super supportive of it, right? Only when you just talk about it, only when you're just dreaming about it, that's when they are against it, and I'm against it too. Okay, so that's how you deal with your family. Not having technical skills is a problem statement. Kind of, maybe. Mohammad Aman, my friend was asking if she can apply of making a restaurant in cohort. Yeah, if that's an interesting restaurant and if that's something different and if it's going to um, excite us, then absolutely she should apply. But then we have a slight bias towards tech startups because they are super scalable. But yes, she should apply. Syed Ajmal Noman, sir, what's the story of Track It? You should hear it from the Track It guys itself. Yeah, Apple copied Track It. Can we change our idea after getting in? Yes, you can change your idea after getting in. I'll take this as the last question in the interest of time. What kind of person makes a successful entrepreneur? There are two things about it, Mabrur. First thing, a successful entrepreneur is genuinely interested in the problem statement. He is genuinely interested in solving a problem. He doesn't run behind money. He doesn't do it for money. Okay, that is one of the most important qualities of a successful entrepreneur. Second, he is obsessed with quality. Okay, a good quality entrepreneur never compromises on the quality just to make a little bit of more profits. They do not compromise on quality. They are obsessed with customer experience. They are hardcore genuine people who want to help people. Okay, so these are the qualities of this is what is going to make you a successful entrepreneur. Okay. Genuine interest in the problem statement and being obsessed with quality, the user experience. About the common questions, can a person beat Microsoft? For somebody to beat Microsoft, there are so many companies that have bet Microsoft. Amazon came after Microsoft, and in terms of market cap, Amazon has bet Microsoft. Facebook has bet Microsoft. Google has bet Microsoft. So it is absolutely doable for anybody to beat Microsoft. That's not a big deal. People have done it before. Facebook did it. Amazon did it. Um, Google did it. Many companies did it. So you can do it too. You should give it a try. What if my idea is similar to other startups which already exist? Doesn't matter. Marwa, I answered this question already. You should still you should still go ahead and apply. It doesn't really matter if your idea exists or if your idea is taken. That doesn't really matter. What matters is how are you going to execute your idea. In fact, in our current cohort, we have 3 startups working on electric vehicles. Okay, one of these three companies will be successful. We have to wait and watch who's going to work the hardest to make that successful. So yes, it is doable. On that note, I pass it on to Zuha.
Okay. Thank you, Miraj. And thank you for everybody for those questions. I'm sure it was helpful for everybody, and everybody got to learn about the entire process of how Adventure Park works, how entrepreneurship works, and why this, as students, is the right time to get into it, to get start working on ideas, to take risks, if you call it, and just making things happen. So please, everybody, you can follow us on our socials at Adventure Park on Instagram, and even check out our website. And you might surely do that because you'll be applying from our website. Um, and also, we have a feedback form, so please definitely fill that. That is really very important for us, so that we can do better for the people joining us. Yes, and I hope it was great. I hope you guys are applying tonight 15th, 11:59 p.m. is the last day, is the final time for you to apply. So get to it immediately, guys. It just barely takes just any 15 minutes to do it. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining with us, and this is the end of the program today.
Thanks, guys. So I'll see you guys on the interview day then. Good luck.
Yeah.
Today's the last day. Please submit your applications. And
Yes.
feel free to ping us on Instagram at Adventure Park, or you can also ping me directly on Instagram. More than happy to answer your questions there. My ID is Miraj. It's there in the chat box. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much. Good day. Bye bye.
Okay, I think I will take a question from the chat box. Is the video compulsory? Yes. Everything, all check boxes are compulsory. So please definitely fill it all. And again, let me mention Ilyas, our incubation manager, he posted a feedback form over here. Definitely make sure to fill that up for us. Yeah, thank you.